Welcome to the Xterity Video Tutorial Series, Episode 11, Custom Server Images or Private Base Clones. Um, let's say you have a server that you need to put some custom app software on, or you want to have patched, or you want to set up in a certain way with a certain configuration that you want to be able to use in more than one customer environment or for more than one customer. Let's say you're a partner, and the way you work with your customers is you provide a custom application that you've developed or a specific application that you support, say SAP or something like that, that you provide, first line support for your customers, and you provide the application for them. Maybe you want that server or servers to be ready so that you don't have to go and install the application or get pieces out there or configure the server from start every time. That would be perfect for a private base clone image, custom server image. And the way that you're going to do this is in Cloud Console. You'll notice there's a partner environments. The primary purpose of partner environments is to create and make available custom server images. You can use an existing environment or create a new one, and you're going to go and create a designer just like you would normally. And what you'll do is you'll drag in a server. Now you go and customize this server, give it a name, custom server image 1. Set the processing the way you want. You could set it to the default load number so you could tweak it later, or you could set it to what you need so that you don't have to make changes to the server later. Set the networking here, boot disk, what size you wanted, for example 150 gig. Storage, add additional storage if you want. So for example, let's say you need an additional 200 gig of storage on a separate drive. You could do that. You can also add, say, backup storage. So I'm going to do backups off here, and I need 500 gigs for that. So, and I could change the names. I can modify these. I could say, backup space. And I can change that. Set this to data space. I can add applications. So, if you have a list application from this list that you want to always be available for installation, you can do that, and it will automatically set up the licensing. Set properties. So let's say you want to set the domain name to mystuff.com, and then hit finish and update server. So you'll notice this is here, and this is going to create an actual environment here that we could use for managing this server, and we will leave it there and shut it down if we need to, use the custom server image. And I could drag in as many of these as I want, and I could do that in one environment. I don't need to, do separate environments, or I could do, some in each environment depending on how I want to work with this. So once I'm here, I hit save and build. Now it's important to hit save and build because you want the server built and ready to go. Now, once you hit save and build, it will build out the server, and you'll get an environment here with servers in it. So here I've built this server, and it's in this environment, partner env1. And just like the other server, it's got some changes. So I can modify the server. So let's say I go to configure, I can edit in designer. I can come in and update this server with, additional changes, more storage, things like that, so that it's, matches better what I want. Save and build. And then when I'm ready, the server will be running when I have it finished building, and I want to shut that server off. So I'm going to basically choose shutdown from the right click menu. And once it's shut down, I will be able to add it to the catalog. Once it's added to the catalog, if I haven't built anything from it, I will be able to remove it from the catalog. So you just click this button. It says in catalog. I'll switch to yes. And now this is available for build. So let's say I have, I want to build a new server from this, and I have an environment, so I can do configure, edit, and designer, right? So now I have system here, and I need to use that server to add that image with the software ready to go to add one. So I grab it here in the list, video streaming image, and I drag it in, and it's ready to go just the way I had it over there with the necessary stuff. And I can change, tweak anything I want, set boot disk storage, OS properties, etc. if I need to. But it's already got pieces I have on the server. That is, I can log into the server in the partner environment, go in and configure it, install applications that are okay to be cloned over, and things like Active Directory or SQL Server don't really clone very well, so you need to do this on a application by application basis depending on how far you go with the server setup. But it's over here, you've got it ready. You can hit save and build, and it will build out this server based on what you set up here with the settings or with the applications and configuration in the server that you wanted. So it makes it very easy to put together servers that have your application or your configuration that you want, and use them multiple times in different customers or in the same customer environment to build out new servers. One thing to keep in mind is that there is a cost for these environments, and when the server is shut down, what you're going to pay for is the internet, the firewall, and the switches, and the storage space, so this boot disk. Other aspects like the number of CPUs, the memory, licensing, these things outside of the boot disk and the internet, firewall, and switches, none of the other items get charged while the server is shut down. So the amount of CPU and memory, the licensing, additional services or applications, things like SQL Server, etc., you won't get charged for those while the server is shut down, since we only charge for systems while they are operational in those particular areas. But just keep in mind what the price will be when you're talking about storage. So 13 plus 15, 14, and 8. So that would be the price for you while it's shut down and you're not using it or managing it. So what you want to do is keep it shut down. If you want to manage it, boot it up, do the management you need to do to it, update the patches, update the software, make config changes, etc., shut it back down. You can't use it in an environment to clone or create a new server from if it's powered on anyway. So you want to keep it shut down as much as possible. That's it. Hope this was helpful and you enjoyed it. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.